Preacher Cal, GMS Arkansas, coming with a lesson. GMS Stop and Listen. All praise be Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of GMS who rule well. Brakatham, to all you Akim that's out there that's pushing his truth and sincerity and strength of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Just a quick lesson, man. To brothers who are, already in the truth, who coming in the truth, mainly who coming in the truth. Because this time we in, we're getting close to the end. So, you're gonna have a lot of brothers on this internet, man. They seeing this truth and they're coming in the truth. So one of the important things, you have to count the cost before you come in the truth. Thoroughly look at what the possibilities of things that might happen while you coming in the truth, And I'd like to start at, because the scripture we read in our camp last week, we read the first scripture, but we didn't go on down because the spirit went the way that it wanted to go. So we brought out other topics and whatnot. But I'm gonna finish off where we left off when we started in the camp, and the spirit went the other way because there was more to it. So I'm going to finish it off in this segment of Stop and Listen. This is Luke 14:26. It says, "If any man come to me and hate not his father and his mother and wife and children and brethren and sister, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple." When you look that word up, hate, it means intensely dislike, because our actual we might not like because most of our parents, man, they ain't in the truth, so they doing things contrary to these scriptures and our siblings and whatnot. So we have a strong dislike for it, even though they still our parents, right, and whatnot, And it says, and hate his own life, because we don't love our lives in this truth, man. Because when you get in this truth and you start looking at these scriptures, man, and understand these scriptures, man, you'll understand that this life you're living, this captivity we're in, that's what it is captivity. And there's no fun with being in captivity. We're not the ruling class right now. It's Esau. And Esau is the border of wickedness. So everything he's gonna do is gonna be contrary to these scriptures, which making what our life is gonna be a bigger burden on our lives, man. So you're supposed to hate your own life. If you love this life of being in slavery, then Yahweh Shem Yahushua saying you're not fit for the kingdom, man. So it's gonna be death on this side. Even though Israel, you gotta die on this side, you'll be in the kingdom. But we're striving to not, be on them ships in the end. We're striving to not let these nukes hit us, man. Not be taken by, martial law and killed on the side. We're striving to make it through, to endure to the end. And it says, if any man come to me and hate not his father and his mother and his wife and his children and brother and his sister, in his own life, he cannot be my disciple. Because this is like basically like read what Paul said. This is like nothing, man. This is Philippians 3:8. Doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the ecstasy of the knowledge of Yahweh Shai, my Lord. We count all this whole life as a loss, man, just to gain this knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Because you gotta remember, when you come into the truth, when you're coming into the truth, you're gonna have family members that are gonna go against you. Your wife gonna go against you. Your job. Because when you're out there on the highway, when you're going out there for the truth and standing for the truth, people gonna pass by that know you at your job, and they might tell the boss, man, you might get fired. It's a possibility you could wind up homeless, because we have brothers in the truth who have been homeless, or when they come in the truth, You know, moms might put them out, or a woman put them out, they ain't got nowhere to go. So you have to look, that's the cost you got to count, man, when you coming into this truth, man. Ecclesiastes 2:17, it says, therefore I hated life, because the work that is wrought under the sun is grievous unto me, for all is vanity and vexation of the spirit. So we hate our lives, man. You know, every day we trouble with this wickedness of this society, man. You know. And what's the meaning of it all, you know? Verse 18 says, yeah, I hated all my labor which I had taken under the sun, because I should leave it unto the man that should be after me. You work hard, all this like basic going to work every day. You in slavery, you're not gonna come up like the Bill Gates of the world and Warren Buffett's and Donald Trump's. You're not gonna come up like that, man. You just gonna always have barely enough money to pay your rent and put food on the table, and maybe keep your car running so you can go right back to work. That's how it is in captivity, man. Then all that to die, to leave what you trying to save. You know, Jake be working trying to save, and then you die. You can't take it with you. You gotta leave it to somebody else, and they gonna spend it. That's just how it is, man. You know, Jake be trying to save money to chase this American dream, man. And we looked at word of dream last week, man. When you go through the etymology, you're gonna find out that word dream is deception and lies, man. You know, trying to chase the American dream is like trying to chase the wind, man. You can't see it. You know it's there, but you can't see it. It's not for you. It's not for the nation of Israel, man. You over here for captivity, man. You know. God, let's see here. John 12:25. John 12. John 12:25 says, he that loveth his life shall lose it. Right? Because if you all caught up in this world, man, and you love trying to get money, if you love trying to be with a different chick every week, if you love trying to put big rims on your car and have flashy clothes, trying to be the best looking in the clubs or whatnot, trying to be flashy for people and look good for the society, you're going to lose that life, man. You're going to lose that life when the Lord come back with the angels, man. You're going to lose your life through thermonuclear destruction. You're going to lose your life through the sedition of men. When the beginning race riots between the people start, you're going to lose your life when concentration camps come and martial law, man. You know, it says, John 12:25, he that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. So we, in the truth, when you're in the truth and you live for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you're going to hate this life, man. You know, and that's what he's telling you, man. You got to hate this life. You got to live for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And living for Yahweh Shem Yahushua is contrary to everything this world out here is going by, man. You're going to be looked at as an outcast or whatnot, everything, you know. But we doing it for the glory of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Back to Luke 14. 14-26. It says 27, and it says, and whosoever doeth not bear his cross come after me cannot be my disciple. So you have to, whoever don't bear these burdens, man, you don't want to bear these afflictions, man, and these sufferings, man. He said you can't be his disciple, because when you come in this truth, it's going to be a lot of afflictions and sufferings, man. That's just part of it, you know. That's part of this truth, man. It's a major part of it. You're going to suffer in this truth, bro. 2 Timothy 3:12, it says, yeah, and all that will live godly for Yahweh Shai Mashiach shall suffer persecutions. So we're going to live godly for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The scripture said we're going to suffer persecutions. You're going to go through sufferings, man. That's just part of it, because you're going to go through these sufferings and these trials and these persecutions and these temptations, that's to build you up, man. Because we're looking to be the next, the rulers and the governors of these, of the nation of Israel. So you got to be tested and tried, man, to make sure that you have the ability to actually be a judge and a ruler on this next level. So you got to go through a lot, man. So back in Luke 14:28, it says, for which of you intending to build a tower set it not down first to count the cost, whether he shall have sufficient to finish it. So when you building, like I said, a tower, you got to sit down, you got to count the cost of, if you don't have the wood, the material, the boards, the nails, you got to count. If you're getting somebody else to build it, you got to pay the builders. That's counting the cost when you're trying to build like a house or a tower, man. The same way when you come in this truth, you got to sit down and say, hey, am I ready to go through these persecutions, these temptations, and these sufferings? Am I willing to cut all ties with my mother and my father and my siblings? Am I willing to cut ties with my kids? Am I willing to lose my old lady? Am I willing to lose my job? Am I willing to maybe be homeless? Am I willing to just be messed with by these police constantly? Am I really to suffer these persecutions, man? That's the cost you got to count. You got to look at it.